Good morning. It is Let It Go and Let It Grow. And today is Friday, March 20th, 2026. And the Let It Grow and the Let It Go card of the day is the Three of Swords. Swords is about mind. It's about intellect, truth, pain, and clarity. This is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and this falls more in the Libra signs. So letting it go today. What we're letting go of is releasing lingering heartbreak and emotional wounds. I just got an image of, beating yourself up over and over and over, and it is time to finally let that go. Sometimes, especially with the pain body, our ego likes to hold on to pain. It becomes a natural state for us if we're in a traumatic state for a long period of time. And somehow our body gets addicted to these feelings, and it's safer in some ways. Our brain convinces us of that. It is safer for us to feel this pain than to move forward. But we are knowing now that this heartbreak, this emotional wounding, is time to make its peace and let it go. Let go of replaying those painful memories in your head. So one of the lessons I learned with Dr. Joe Dispenza very early on in my healing journey after my family died, information comes to you at perfect times sometimes. Like, you can't make this shit up, as you said. I was not feeling good. I was doing really, really poorly and kind of desperate. And I saw this thing about how if a gazelle is being stalked and chased by a lion, what they naturally do after that happens is they shake that energy off. So the lion goes, the gazelle is safe, they'll go off to a space where they know nothing is around, and they shake. They literally shake that fear out of their nervous system. So we as humans experience trauma, we experience pain, we experience these memories, and we tend to replay them in our heads. So what happens is this: that gazelle does not go back to its little gazelle pack and go, "You will never guess what just happened to me," and replay the whole story. So say for a few days later, the gazelle is out doing gazelle things and bumps into its gazelle aunt. And it says, "You will never believe what happened to me 3 days ago," and retells the story. And then a few months down the road, you're at a gazelle barbecue, but not eating gazelle. You're at a family luncheon, and you're all sitting around having your gazelle time. And the gazelle bumps into a cousin they haven't seen in a long time, and they're like, "You will never guess what happened to me 3 months ago," and replays the story again. So what happens is this: the brain doesn't know the difference between past memories and present time and future memories or future incidences that are going to happen, which is why we say when you do visualization work to visualize what you want in the future and to actually feel it, because the chemistry in the brain charges up like it's already happening. So when you replay these stories in your head of your past, you are bringing up these emotions. You are bringing up the feelings of sadness, of fear, of disappointment, of anger, of grief. You're bringing it all back up. That's not saying not to deal with your shit. It's not saying that at all. But when you replay these stories over and over and over again, all you do is wire these in place. You wire these feelings in place, and it becomes harder and harder to pull them apart over time. So the Three of Swords is asking us not to do that, to let go of those stories and let the brain put itself back together the way it needs to be to move forward, so you don't end up replaying that story and re-traumatizing yourself. So that is one of the important things I learned in doing with working with Dr. Joe and also in trauma therapy, which is why I say when we do the visualizations, we want to sit in the future and feel those events that we want to have happen, because your brain doesn't know the difference anyway. So it's about using those chemicals, those thoughts to your advantage, instead of keeping yourself in the past and in the pain programs where you no longer deserve to be. So drop the attachment to betrayal, rejection, and disappointment. Once again, let those go. They don't cause you any amount of joy whatsoever. And allow yourself to feel without reopening those wounds repeatedly. So you can tell your story, but here's the big difference. Don't feel your story. And the difference between thoughts and feeling, and thoughts and being able to express what happened, as Dr. Joe puts it, is called wisdom. Not triggering anymore to the stories of the past. You've actually become a master of your past experiences, and get to walk further and farther along your path as a healed person, which is beautiful. So choose healing over reliving. So that is basically what you're doing. You're choosing to repair this heart, put it back together, put all those strings back, and heal yourself and let this go. For Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, pain often lives in the mind. So healing begins when you stop revisiting that story and start honoring your feelings and the feelings of the future. Stop revisiting the past pain and emotions. So once again, you don't have to, you can remember, but you can remember without that feeling attached to it. You know, some of the family memories I have are fantastic. I don't go into what happened in the end, because that's not where I'm living anymore. I'm not living in the end of their life. I'm living in my life right now. So that is today's Let It Go and Let It Grow. Is a beautiful complement to this card. I love this card. This is one of my favorite in the deck. And this is the Queen of Cups. The Cups is emotion, intuition, and compassion. And it's Cancer, Scorpio influence, being water. And we are growing emotional compassion towards ourselves. That is that self-love, that turning that love inwards. What I love about this card is she's wearing a lot of red, which means she's rooted and grounded. She's in water. She's above and below. So she's equal. So it's like the Justice card, picturing that balance, that Libra sword being balanced out. The cup in front of her is floating, which shows potential. And then she's got her palms raised, which is the palm chakras, receiving energy from source. And then she's got the Queen's crown above her floating, which is a water droplet. So this is all about healing. Nurture your inner world gently. So if you're coming through something difficult like this, leave space for that inner compassion, that inner healing, that inner warmth, and that inner love for yourself. Trust your intuition and sensitivities. They're fine. They're safe. It is safe to feel sensitive. It is safe to feel your feelings. And always know that at the pinnacle of this, at the very point of this feeling, you can move out from that center point and you will not return to the intensity of that point again, because it is over, it is gone. Create safe emotional spaces for you for healing. I'm very, very lucky where I live. I have my treatment room. This is mostly where I do the readings. So I've got my beautiful bowls set up. I do my reading on my treatment table. I've got all of my instruments around me. I really set up a nurturing space all the time. This is my safe place. This is my happy place. But most importantly, this is the safe and happy place for most of my clients as well. They love coming here because they know that there's a lot of time and effort put in for their peace of mind, their place to heal. So make sure you can carve out a space in your own home, your own environment, even your desk at work. Put something on there that reminds you or helps you center and heal. Salt lamp, a little fountain, stones, goddess statue, something that will visually, when you see it, lock you into that healing safe mode. Lead with empathy and not self-judgment. Empathy is not a weakness. It is one of the most incredible things you can have for yourself and for others. So see that as a superpower. Your empathy is your superpower. So for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, your emotional depth is your gift. The Queen of Cups reminds you to hold yourself the same care that you give to others. Treat yourself the way that you treat your best friend. You would not say half the shit that you say to yourself to your best friend. You would not treat yourself the way that you would treat your partner or your best friend. Compassion, turn that mirror inward and enjoy that feeling and that healing for yourself. You are worth it. You are the only you have. So the total message of the day is to release the pain you've been carrying, grow the love that you've been withholding from yourself. Healing isn't forgetting. As I said, it's not about forgetting everything that has happened. It is about softening into that space with compassion for you and those around you. And that is the reading for the day. And I am just going to take a love positivism card, this time upright today. And we will see what we have got here. And it is, I open up to receive divine guidance and support to heal my life. So that's all what today's message is about, is letting go of those pain points, opening yourself up to that beautiful love around you, that self-compassion, and those healing waters. Water is extremely healing. As a matter of fact, if you're seeing this today, go drink a glass of water right now. Try to get in water, around water, near water, take a bath, take a shower. Just get yourself into that healing feeling of water. There's a beautiful Merkaba there, and that is the divine masculine and feminine coming together as one. Beautiful colors around that. Open yourself up to that divine guidance and support that path of healing for you today, because you're worth it. You are absolutely worth it. More of this, less of this. This is a place to visit, not a life sentence. And this is how you work through the rest of your life. Self-compassion. Turn that love inwards. Soften and hold yourself in the light that you hold others. And I hope you have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.